Good morning, everyone. Look at this sky. We are finally going to get some sunshine today. I am stoked. We got a dump of snow. It's minus 13. Winter is here. I am just like tickled. And I got up this morning and I was doing some schoolwork and I did a little knitting and I did some exercises. And I don't have to teach right away this morning. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about morning routine and how important or kind of helpful having a good morning routine can be. Because for me, it is critical. And I've learned this the hard way. So this morning, my little compatriots and I, there's Tilly with her frizz ready to roll. We're going to feed the animals, water the animals, and then go for a snowshoe and maybe do a little snow clearing. Oh man, it's so beautiful out. I gotta show you this. All right, let's feed my friends. Good morning. Good morning, all my friends. Hi, Huey. How are you? I have to keep checking for frostbite on Hugh's comb because when it gets basically past minus 10, sometimes he struggles. But so far, oh, there's a little bit. I see a little. So if he gets bloody, then we take him into the, come on, ladies. We take him into the garage and into the shop where it's warm. This is the coldest morning we've had so far this year. It's only minus 13 Celsius, but I can feel it on my cheeks and it feels good. I have been thinking a lot lately about meditating, and I've tried it, and for me, it is so hard. I have such a busy brain, very active. And one of the things that I have been doing for a really long time that just dawned on me actually about meditation and kind of quieting my brain is knitting. And although I'm not in, I would say, like a meditating stance or position or, or doing anything intentional about trying to quiet my mind, knitting for me is like meditating because it requires focus and doesn't allow you to think about other things that might be bothering you. And I found, oh, I gotta put my glove on, my hand's cold. Hang on. These are awesome. I found that when I'm knitting and my mind wanders to thoughts about anything else, what I find is that I stop knitting and I'm just sitting there. And so if you are the kind of person who can't sit still very well, like me, but wants to practice, quieting your mind or being more reflective, I really encourage you to learn to knit or take up some other hobby that requires concentration. Knitting for me is really good because it keeps my hands busy, which basically I require. And so, yeah, I was just reflecting on that. Oh, there goes a grouse. The other morning I was in here, sorry for huffing and puffing, and I saw an owl, and it was just, the sun wasn't even up yet. It was just like light enough. Oh, there goes another one. They must have been roosted in the sugar maple. Yeah, the sun, it wasn't quite up yet, but it was just light enough that I could see, and it was gorgeous. That's Tilly. She gets very excited. These two are just like, I gotta show you. They love the snow as much as I do. They roll in it and run in it. It's just so good. Okay, my morning snowshoe or hike, but in the winter snowshoe, is basically a loop of our property. And this is one of my favorite spots because going down, this is what the sky looks like when it's going to be a sunny day. and I'm gonna bust my butt to get up here to show you what it looks like when she comes around the mountain on her way back. I have to get in snowshoe shape. I can't tell if the sun came up and is behind the clouds or isn't up yet. I was too fast, but normally I'd see a beautiful sunrise right here. I'll keep you posted. I get up around between 4 and 5, depending on how late I slept or stayed up the night before. Then let the dogs out, feed the dogs, make a fire, get the coffee going. Once I've got my coffee, I will do a number of things depending on what day it is. Sometimes schoolwork, but typically I like to knit and listen to an audiobook or a podcast. Usually in the department of wellness, covering all areas of life, mental, physical, career, business, all that good thing, all those good things, for about an hour or until my coffee's done. And then I do some kind of exercise. Lately, it's been a little bit of cardio and weight training, because you need it when you start getting older. I'm not old, I'm 47, soon to be 48. And then I go outside, feed the animals, walk the dogs, which I am doing right now, then get ready and go to work. And that sets me up for a day. Whether it's a good or a bad day, just depends. But doing that routine in the morning helps me kind of manage the kind of day I'm going to have, how I respond to the day ahead of me. And then typically at nighttime, I'm not very productive. But lately, I've been trying to do one thing, usually a small thing at night, to help set me up for the rest of the week. So just getting ahead of some chores. Right now, remembering to feed my sourdough starter. Just simple stuff like that. And I keep a day timer. I don't use technology to organize my life, but I do use a day timer. And I write everything in it. Meetings, work I have to do, reminders, etc. And that just helps me to be productive. And if I don't get something done, I just transfer it on to the next day. But I prioritize the things that have to get done that day. And I am not, I don't think I'm the poster child for what you might define as success, but I will say that organizing my life that way really does help. And it's taken me a long time kind of to perfect what works for me, but it really does work and it keeps me on track. So all this to say, developing good habits is important. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And so pick something super small that you are pretty confident you can achieve. Start there and then build. I've found that trying to do or make big changes was not successful or as successful for me, but little bites is the easiest kind of way to do things, and a morning routine is really important. So for me, knitting is my meditation, maybe until I get better at actual meditation. Guided meditations are way easier. And don't beat yourself up, I think, is another really good message. So anyways, I'm gonna huff and puff all the way home, try and catch my breath. Turns out I was a little speedy. There's the sun. So I just beat it coming up, but how stunning to be able to experience this sometimes, not all the time, because we haven't had sun for a very long time. Brian had to dig out my forest friends. They got buried in the snow, so I have to keep that in mind for next year. Might have to put them up on something. Betty the beaver has a snow helmet on. Let's give him a little tappy tap here. Little Rita can't even see her face. Sorry, Rita. There we go. Tilly, we couldn't see her. You guys look similar. Oh, excuse me. Hey, look at this snow dog. Tilly. Tilly Billy. Whoa. Tilly. All right, here it comes. Look at that. Ah, perfection. Tilly. Look at you, snow dog. You're so funny. You're a funny bunny. Get it. Come on, Till. Whoop, whoop. This is the little things. Oh, getting sunshine on your face. Amazing.